When you talk to CTOs or R&D leaders in large companies, a lot of energy goes into this question of which technology is likely to win. So is it going to be supercapacitors or fuel cells? It's going to be lithium ion or something, because they have to make a lot of investments up front for technologies that may or may not win. And the time when that plays out is going to be much later. So they have to take a lot of risk today, hoping those bets are going to pay off. One of the challenges with that is, as far as I know, people have seen the question that way. Which technology is likely to win? And the idea too is if you can figure out which has become the dominant technology, that a rising tide will lift all boats. So anyone operating in that technology is likely to do well. Unfortunately, one of the things we're finding through data is that often it's the opposite is the case. Often it's not the technology that creates the market leader, but the market leader that ends up creating the dominant technology. So what I mean by that is, let's think about Microsoft back in the 80s. When they came out with DOS, apparently, according to legend, Bill Gates went out and bought it for $50,000 or something, and it was called QDOS, which stood for Quick and Dirty Operating System. So it was just something they threw together to sell to IBM. And it wasn't the best technology, but once it won commercially, so it became on every PC and IBM dominated the market, every technologist who was writing software for a PC now had to work in an environment governed by the rules of Microsoft and DOS. So because Microsoft won commercially, they ended up becoming the dominant technology, not the other way around. And so what we're finding that's more the case than not. And that it's actually, if you want to know what the dominant technology is likely to be, you have to figure out which company is going to win commercially. If you can figure out which company is going to win, you can see what technology they use, and that creates the downstream technology implications for the industry. But that's where we focus. So our analytics, what we found is really trying to use big data, use AI to see which companies are winning at the earliest possible time. Not only tells us which company is likely to win, but we can also then extrapolate what the technology implications are going to be for the rest of the market. And we're finding that AI is getting us there in ways we never could have gotten before. So really finding, even at the seed stage or the early stage, which company is the most disruptive and on the trajectory to win, you can immediately start to look at what those implications are. And we're finding it's really working.